lo saluto a tutte quante e che vi voglio presto maritare con la figliola dopo fare perché mi voglio presto maritare con la figliola dopo fare perché mi voglio presto maritare con la figliola dopo fare giri del capo da caria o mi pare dopo la massacosa
Bueno, boom. Manca. Hey, Bill Stein here. Back here in beautiful Greenwich Village at the Reggie Fitzgerald Triangle. You look up here, Reggie Fitzgerald. He was a village activist, and they named this little triangle after him. 8th Avenue, West 4th Street, and Horatio Street. These three streets make up the Reggie Fitzgerald Triangle. And right over here behind me, what you see now is the nail spa. Right next door to it used to be Frank's Barbershop. Right? 1956, Nick came from Italy with his mother, sisters, and brother to America. He was 16 years old. Nick started working for Frank as a barber at 16. Eventually, he took over the shop and became Nick's hairstyling. I should know because I was a client at Nick's. He was my barber for many years. That's where the tomatoes come in, because Nick was from Salerno, Italy, which is right outside of San Marzano. So in the 90s, he started importing San Marzano tomatoes, which are the best tomatoes in the world, because they're grown in volcanic soil. That's a little side business he had going. Also, Nick was famous for his 50s and 60s style haircutting. Like if a show or a movie or a play needed a period haircut, they would bring Nick onto the set. He would cut the hair. 1988, Joseph Papp was doing Julius Caesar off Broadway, starring Al Pacino, Edward Herrmann, and Martin Sheen. So Nick was brought in to do the hairstyling for the cast. The play got terrible reviews, but the haircuts look good. Also, right over here, we see the art bar, the laundromat, and the cleaners. These three stores, in 1955, they opened up the Sea Colony. The Sea Colony was a lesbian bar, and it was one of the few lesbian bars in the village, maybe the first one at the time. But back then it was mob run. The mob ran the bars, the Sea Colony. Two women dancing together was illegal. It was against the law. So when the police raided the Sea Colony, they would take these women away and put them in the house of detention. Remember on 6th Avenue near the Jefferson Market Courthouse, you did a women's house of detention. That was the Sea Colony, right? Also, this is the last gas station in the village, right here, this mobile station. At one time, back in the 50s and 60s, I would say there were about 15 gas stations from 14th Street down to Commerce Street in this area. That's the last one standing, all right? Fascinating. And also on Horatio Street, years ago, used to be, a lot of celebrities lived here. Kay Ballard lived here, Horton Foote, the playwright, lived here, Roy Scheider, the actor, lived here. Also, one thing I forgot to point out, where the original Nick's was over here, was Garber's Hardware. Garber's Hardware is a village institution, started in the village in 1884. The 6th and 7th generations running Garber's now. So they moved from here over to Greenwich Street, but the original Garber's Hardware was down here on West 4th Street, and they moved here sometime in the 30s, 40s, something around then. All right? All right. It's letter time now. I got this one, a middle school teacher sent me this letter. It says, "Dear Mr. Stein, in your previous video, you mentioned that if someone doesn't know good art from bad art, they can send you a photo and you'll critique it. I'm an art teacher in middle school. To get the students interested in art is an uphill battle. The school is in Manhattan, so we have access to the world's greatest art museums. Every time I take a group to the museum, the same scene plays out. They find some spot, out of the way spot, and they sit around with their friends and they look at their cell phones. Or they find a statue or painting with nude people and crack each other up. Do you have any suggestions how to get them interested in art to take it seriously? Anxiously waiting for your wise words, Abigail Rosenblum." It's a tough thing, Abigail, I know, because I used to be a tour guide and I used to have to take middle school kids to art museums. A little trick I used to do, I used to take the kids, I tell the kids, "Come here, kids. If you see a nude painting or statue in the museum, I want you to go like this. All right? So the kids would come back afterwards, they would pose in groups with all the kids looking up at these nude statues and paintings like this. If that doesn't work, take the kids to Brighton Beach. When they see some of those bodies in bikinis and Speedos, that'll scare them straight. You won't be laughing at nude bodies and nude photos and pictures anymore. Never scared straight. Take the kids to the jail if they were misbehaving, scare them straight. All right, now, my latest haiku. Haiku is a Japanese form of poem, if you have never saw one of my videos. 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. And haiku means something in Japanese. I'll find out and I'll let you know. Here's my haiku for today. 6 feet away, babe. Love in the time of virus. Sweet breath, not needed. Good. That's a good one. That's good poetry. I only do good poetry. It comes out of my mouth, it's good poetry. All right, let me get out of here. Let me get my mask on. Still, the pandemic is still going on. All right, I'll see you in the hood, everybody.
Come